bit unsure of the world, a bit anxious about everything, and just not confident in yourself. And look at you now. You're one of the strongest today in there. You know, your ability to talk, have fun, and I suppose show people who you are. I've seen such a great change. I know you haven't smoked in 5 months since Module 2, and that was just us teaching you how to do a quit smoking session, right? Your confidence, I know we've helped you with anxiety, get rid of that stuff. But from your own experience, go from Model 1 foundation course where you learned to hypnotise people, you locked their eyes together, you had their arms so stiff they couldn't bend them. Can you just, if you look back, what was that like for you that first weekend?
It was amazing. I didn't think coming out of the first weekend I'd be able to hypnotise people. So that was amazing. And I think going in there I probably had a good bit of anxiety, whereas I think today I had more anxiety going in there on my first day than I had on the exam day.
In the exam day,
yeah.
And we dealt with something in Module 3 with anxiety related.
Yeah.
And I think that's, you know, we can have other anxieties too, but I think that made a huge shift for you.
Life changing. Literally, yeah.
Remember, like the first couple of modules come in, everyone home thinks you're stupid or, if you're in a course, but now they're all serious about it. You still help me now with that stuff. And, you know. But every month we did a different therapy, which you would have experienced from your fellow trainee. Do you feel that you have benefited personally, emotionally, through the different things from weight loss, quit smoking, regression, anger release, stuff like that?
Yeah, 100%. It's actually, the regression has changed my life.
Oh, that's what makes you so different, you know. Obviously you're off the cigarettes and all. Your confidence has gone up, your belief. You're going to be a fantastic hypnotist, I'll tell you that now. You know why? You have attention to detail is second to none. You really are a genuine soul, and I love that about you. We'll be talking very soon. Last but not least, you know, like, you're going to be operating from Laois.
Westmead.
Sorry, I thought you were living in Laois, no? Why do I keep saying that?
I don't know.
Okay, sorry, on the border of Laois, is it?
No.
Yes, it is. On the border of Tullamore or something like that.
Yeah, on the Offaly border, yeah.
Sorry, us dubs. Sorry, my mistake, okay. So, Westmead, I said, right? Okay, Westmead. So anyway, you're going to be helping people. What sort of area will you be in? As in, what area of Westmead?
Well, Kilwagon, but kind of Athlone, Mullingar, Tullamore, So,
Well, we'll be talking because there's a great, need for people in Athlone and stuff like that. So, but today is about celebrating and all that. The people you did the course with, just really quickly, what was that like for you? You come in strangers and you're leaving, I think, probably best friends for life.
Yeah. No, they were an amazing group of people, and we all connected and we shared everything, and we went on a journey together, and I can honestly say I will meet these people again and keep in touch.
I think you're already going to Donegal in June.
Yeah,
so at lunch today they organised to go to Donegal and all meet up. Isn't that beautiful? But we're going to see more of you in the future, Donna, and thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. Fantastic. Amy, who I've had the pleasure, but not only yourself, but your wonderful mother. We did a training course up in Newry, so Sharon Duggan, if you're watching, hello Sharon, hope you're keeping well. But I was delighted to hear that you were coming on board this course, Amy. So today it's 6 months on from our first foundation weekend. And on that foundation weekend, as I said to Lawrence there a minute ago, you walked away here after 2 days being able to hypnotise people, to check they were hypnotised, lock their eyes tight, have their arms so stiff and rigid they couldn't bend it in the very first weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, can you just explain to me from your perspective, what was that like for you?
It was amazing. It was like a totally new experience. It wasn't something that I thought that I would have experienced so early on in the course, and it was just fantastic. Yeah,
fantastic. And tell us this, we have a great group of people in there, right? I think you're going to be friends for life.
Yeah, definitely. The bond that you create is just something else.
Because we're all human, there's no bullshit. We're all human, and we have the ability to love and accept each other with all our differences and so on. We did 6 months, and each month was a different, quit smoking, weekend, weight loss weekend, regression and so on. Do you feel, Amy, you have benefited personally, emotionally from experiencing the hypnosis every month that we do it?
Yeah, honestly, well, personally, I've lost 2 stone.
Yes, you look amazing.
Through the weight loss hypnosis.
Yeah.
And was able to let a lot of anger and release and everything, forgiveness go, and it's been life-changing. This course has been life-changing in my confidence, in absolutely everything.
Wow. And tell me, you got the good news today that you're now qualified, yeah?
Yeah.
And you're going to be operating in Newry?
Yeah.
Which is I love Newry. I'm in every Sunday playing with the lads in the band. You see, every county in this country right now needs bloody help, and
definitely.
I think, we don't have to go into detail, but I know your story that you've tried to get help over the years, and it's a frustrating roundabout of counselling, And no disrespect, but it's a never-ending. Plus, never seem to get to where you need
Yeah.
it. Okay.
This is definitely the thing that's helped me break through the most barriers in the quickest space of time.
From the day you started to now, you're a
Yeah.
completely different girl. You're 2 stone lighter, right?
Yeah.
You look completely different. Your confidence is incredible. And today you've been awarded with a full diploma in professional hypnotherapy.
Yeah.
And that is not just us, it's the General Hypnotherapy Standards Council.
Yeah.
Last question, would you recommend this to anybody?
Anyone who's interested, 100%, this would definitely be the course.
I think whether you want to qualify and help people or not, I think it's
Even for a personal journey, it's
a must, isn't it?
above and beyond, yeah.
Well, I can only wish you nothing but success. I know we're going to be talking very soon.
Yes, thank you.
And it's been a pleasure, and I mean that.
Yes, thank you very
just
much.
like training your mum as well. Lovely. So I have Lawrence here, who's a very happy man, I take it. So really quickly, I'll tell you. Lawrence has just completed Module 6 of a 6-month course on a full diploma in advanced hypnotherapy, accredited with the UK General Hypnotherapy Standards Council and so on, and our own institute. So I'm going to go on really quickly to Lawrence. And Lawrence, please be really honest as I ask everybody. Can you tell me from, I suppose, day one to today, what this journey has been like for yourself?
It's been absolutely amazing, to be honest. I had a lot of questions, personal reasons for this to take this on, and I'm so glad I did. It's just amazing from the word go, just to learn about the mind and learn that these things can be fixed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I really appreciate Carl, a fabulous teacher. It just flowed. It just he worked with us all, gave us all the same training. It's just it's fabulous.
And you know, can I just say, you know, we're very unlike every other course out there. Like, and no disrespect, a lot of other courses are basically theory-based, reading, and mostly. The very first weekend, you were hypnotising people and locking their eyes together, and so they couldn't bend their own arms, right? How is that when you think back, like?
Yeah, well.
Is that the best way for you to learn, do you think, practically?
Oh yes, practically yes. It's all well and good reading books and so on, and all, but it's a big thing. It's a big thing to actually be able to do it on the day. Like, I never thought on the first weekend that I was going to actually be able to hypnotise someone and lock their eyes. You know, no way.
Yeah.
Never thought. But no, it's just that it went up and up after that, every step.
Yeah. And Lawrence, you're going to be based in Cavan in the next few weeks. I know you have a few things just to finalise the other projects around, but in the next few weeks or even the next month or two, you will be offering your services in the Cavan area, right?
Aiming to, yeah. Start off small enough, but definitely it's an amazing course. I'd love to just be able to treat people, be able to help people. Like, there's a lot of people suffering out there.
And finally, Lawrence, can I just ask you, I suppose, on a personal journey, have you received change on the course itself? Because you know, every module we use the therapy we learn that weekend. Everybody experiences it. So, do you feel that you have benefited personally your own emotional state from, you know, having sessions done on you throughout the training?
Well, I'll be honest with you. Part of my reason to come here was not knowing something was wrong with me too, but not knowing what it is, and not, you know, we're too proud or whatever to. But to be honest, I diagnosed myself more or less just from doing the course, and then you can see and you start to relate with all this stuff. You know what I mean? But yes, definitely, it's an eye opener.
Fantastic. Well, listen. We'll be talking in the future soon, and you know what? You're a gentleman. I've enjoyed every second being with you.
Really,
and you're going to be a force to be reckoned with, because there's one thing you have in bucket loads, and that's passion and empathy.
Thank you.
And there's so many people in Cavan that are going to lead you and all around the place. So it's been a pleasure, and I'd like to shake your hand, sir.
No problem at all.
And genuinely,
Thank you, Carl.
well done, sir.
Thank you, sir.
And later. A fantastic lady here called Tanya, who is Deutsch. I'm half German myself, so I'm always delighted to talk to Tanya. She's helped me out, she's done great stuff. She's even translated the whole induction into German for me. But not just that, she's a lovely, lovely soul, and we've all had our own journey from the past, and some of it's not great and some of it's great, not. But she's here like everybody else, to learn about herself, but also the gift of wanting to help people, okay? So Tanya has just completed a 6-month course. It's a bit hit and miss over the weekend, just with nerves and stuff, but I tell you, you did a great job. I'm just going to talk about the course a little bit, okay? The 6-month course, you know, fully accredited, GHSC, all that sort of stuff, 1 weekend per month. My question to everybody is, like, after the first weekend, it's quite mind-blowing that you were hypnotising people, locking their eyes together, having their fists so tightly together they couldn't pull their hands apart. That was your foundation as a hypnotist. Like, when you look back to that weekend, what was it like? I'd like to hear from you, what was it like driving home going, what did I just go through there? What was your experience of that first weekend?
The first weekend, definitely made the right decision to come
Yeah.
to that first weekend and stayed also to the end. And it's absolutely mind-blowing. You know, you experience a lot about yourself as well. You know, as Carl mentioned before, we have our journey in our past, and definitely helps you on the way, and it prepares you for becoming a, you know, professional clinical hypnotherapist as well.
You know, for me, I've done this so many times before, and sitting in the room, you know, I always see people on different weekends, and they're revisiting on who they are, and so because they're connecting with something that we're teaching or talking about, and they find their own stuff they need to do with. You know, so have you felt that you got great shifts on this journey yourself, of who you were or who you are today?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely changed
Well,
a lot
you're
in a
like,
good direction for myself.
Well, I don't think you mind me saying, but just from doing the weight loss, you've said you've lost, I think, is it 7-8 kilos
Yeah.
or something, just from learning the weight loss stuff.
Yeah.
You know, we've gone through stuff with regression and let stuff go, which is another great benefit. But today you were awarded a certificate by an external examiner who isn't that, he's not easy, he does it for what it is. You're now a qualified hypnotherapist. You're going to be working up in the wonderful Donegal area, and I know we'll be talking the next couple of weeks about doing other stuff up there in the future. But for today, I just want to wish you the biggest congratulations. And you're a fantastic girl. Anybody who goes to see this girl in Donegal, trust me, you're in for a treat because she cares. She'll look after you.
And anyone
yeah.
as well who wants to have the best training, I can just only recommend to go to Carl. He's the best trainer you can get in Ireland, and when you really want to have a good foundation and you really want to become a professional clinical hypnotherapist, I can just recommend Carl.
Oh, but Peter, thanks.
Sehr gerne.
Thank you very much, appreciate that. So I have the wonderful Emma, who's one hell of a lovely lady. Had nothing but a great time with Emma. You're a genuine soul. Never met anyone quite like you. So Emma, you started this journey 6 months ago. The first weekend was a full, foundation weekend, we call it. Learn to hypnotise, test your work, how to lock people's hands together and so on. I suppose, could you just give us an honest account of what that was like for you the first weekend? Because it's quite, it's a bit.
Yeah, it was completely mind-blowing the first weekend. I didn't realise we were going to be hypnotising
Yeah.
people straight away. So yeah, it was a bit of a shock to the system, but fantastic experience.
Yeah,
Quite
yeah.
amazing.
And you've done the 6 modules, you've done the case studies, you've done all the questions, and today you did your practical exam with an external examiner, which is terrifying, right?
It was, absolutely.
Yeah,
We're still
terrifying.
shaking.
It's yeah. And the thing about it is, as I say to people, it's whatever course you're doing, if you have that fear from your childhood, it's always going to be the same, But how does it feel to be qualified right now?
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, you
it's
deserve
fantastic.
it. You're going to be brilliant. I've watched you grow, and you might not ask all the questions, but the ones you ask were always the right questions. No, because you listen and you take it all in, and you have that brain to work it out. So I'd be very excited to watch you grow. So every module we did a different therapy. As I say, with smoking, weight loss, anxiety, panic, depression, and so on. We also got a chance to let go some anger ourselves and stuff like that. I suppose last question, on a personal level, have you got much to change in yourself?
Definitely.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
definitely want to keep going with it. I think the more you do the course, the more you realise how much there is to change and your own issues, which is fantastic.
The greatest lesson for me was when I became a hypnotist, it's only after a couple of years of helping people that you realise, shit, I need help too. It's like, you're there telling people about something, you go, oh my God, and it hits you like a ton of bricks. Oh my God, I have that experience. I need to deal with stuff.
So yeah, I think we all came here wanting to help people and realise how much help everybody needs at the end
exactly.
of the day.
Well, the world we live in, if we imagine we all help each other, and we're not being mad, it'd be crazy.
Amazing.
I hope that we'll hear more from you. I'd love to be talking about something and hope out that way eventually. But for now, put the feet up, have a glass of wine tonight, chill out, and it's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Carl. You're an amazing teacher.
Thank you,
Fantastic.
appreciate that. I have the beautiful Nicole here, and what a girl this is. I have to say, I've had nothing but absolute pleasure. I've had the actual pleasure of meeting you before the course. I won't get into detail, but we were down in the clinic myself in the medical clinic, and we had a great success with her. So Nicole, Northside Dub, you can't get better, right? You just can't get better.
Born and bred Northside.
Born and bred, get up the yard, right? What I'll say to you is, I've done your final exam today, 6 month full diploma course, 80% practical course, right? You put the work in, the blood, the sweat, the tears, the fear.
I have.
You have, right? You've handed it all in. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions just about the course, first of all. The very first weekend we did, it was a foundation weekend. And unlike probably 90% of the courses out there, after 2 days you could hypnotise people, you could lock their eyes together, you could have their arms so stiff and rigid they couldn't bend it.
I could.
I mean, when you look back, I forget, but what did that, like, when you go home after the first weekend?
It was jam-packed, just jam-packed, and it was probably the best weekend I've ever had.
Yeah.
Especially in the first week, of course.
Yeah, and were you actually shocked that I was just hypnotised and they had tested
I
you?
went home and I couldn't even explain to me, man. I was just like,
Yeah.
it actually happened,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. And then, each module after that was about a different therapy, weight loss, quit smoking,
Yeah.
so on, regression. You've done case studies and all that.
I have.
On a personal level, as a personal journey of who you are, have you got much to help you change your own mind and how you feel about life, just from the course itself?
Yeah, I have well enough underneath my belt to be able to help myself and my family members and my friends and anyone that's around me that's willing to get the help. But you can just do so much more with the whole course itself, you know.
Because you're incredible. You are a slow burner, as I say. You're in full-time employment, but you are going to start helping people in
Working
North
2
Dublin,
jobs.
Artane, all around the area, Finglas, all Ballymun, Poolock and so on. So you are going to be setting up in the near future. I'll be talking to you. But your passion, your empathy to help people, is second to none. Today you had your final exam after handing your case studies. It was a bit nerve-wracking, right?
It was indeed.
But to find out from an external examiner that you've earned, what did it feel like when he said you passed? Like just
weight lifted off the shoulders. I felt like a cloud, I did. And I just felt so proud of myself for being able to get through the whole 6 months and just say, I passed that.
You did.
I put the work in and I passed
and not
it.
only did you pass it, but you're up there with it. I mean, you have a natural ability.
I feel like I have a passion for it now.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like that this is my calling in life.
Well,
This is
it's
it.
either that or working for somebody else for the rest of your life.
No,
Or
thank
are you saying to yourself, you know what, I'm going to work on a Monday, Tuesday, picking your own
Yeah.
time. But there's so many people in North Dublin and all over Dublin that are going to need your help, would you agree?
Yeah, 100%.
And I know from talking to you, you've tried many different things on your own journey before we even met to deal with panic, anxiety and all, and it can be frustrating.
Very frustrating to get to the point of knowing where and what's gone wrong and not being able to help
being able
yourself.
to fix it.
Never being able to help yourself.
Well, you know what? Lovely girl, and you know what? I'd love to stay in contact with you because you're just something about you. You're amazing.
Well, I'll need the mentoring and I'll need the
there
help.
you go. We'll be doing that, don't worry. But I'm looking forward to all the people that go to. I know one person who's seen you already. It's incredible. So you're going to be in North Dublin, and you're going to take the next few days to yourself. And within the next few weeks, you'll be advertising to help people, right?
Yeah, of course I will.
Fantastic. Well,
Look forward to hearing from you.
always be promoting what you do. Fantastic. Well done. We have the beautiful Alex here from Poland. What a lovely, lovely, lovely woman. I mean that, a genuine, funny, caring, loving person. You really are. I've had a ball with you in the room, I really have.
Likewise, Carl, thank you.
And you've just completed the 6th module of a 6-month course, which is full diploma. It's accredited by the General Hypnotherapy Standards Council in the UK. It's the highest training you can get. What we pride ourselves on most, which is you're a psychotherapist, right?
I'm a psychologist.
Psychologist, excuse
Yeah,
me. She's
you're
a
right.
psychologist. So you know, when it comes into the world of mental health, that all the work and training you've put in the past to be with people in the psychological world, okay? Can you compare what you've learned, I suppose, in the last 6 months? Take it from the first weekend, the foundation weekend, hypnotising people, locking their eyes, their arm can't bend, Like, what was from a psychologist's point of view, what was your journey like?
My journey started over 20 years ago, and then I left that path for many, many years, and now I've returned to it. So hypnosis it's another step for me in my journey, obviously, and it's to be able to help those that are ready to be helped, that want to get rid of that baggage once and for all. And hypnosis is a wonderful tool that just cleans up everything, and you don't have to go in and you don't have to do it for years and years and years. You just
And for the people watching this, who are probably thinking, well, what can you do? But if you compare, what could you help people with? You're going to be working from Offaly, right?
Yes, I'm going to be working from Offaly. I have my clinic over in Tullamore.
So what can you help people with?
Panic attacks, anxiety. I can get people to quit smoking. If they want to quit smoking, really want to quit smoking, they can quit smoking. I've had success with people losing weight already. That was due to the case studies that I was doing for this course. So really, the possibilities are endless to help people. I mean, is there something that you can't help people with? If it's emotional based.
If it comes from the mind.
If it comes from the mind, yeah, exactly, yeah.
So you did your case studies, and again, you've helped people with anxiety, you've helped people lose weight, you've helped people stop smoking, and these are just your case studies. So the next few weeks you'll be operating from Offaly. And I'd fully recommend you. You know, you're an honest girl. Everybody who's been taught her to test her works and be genuine with people, be honest with people. Would you recommend what you've been through to people out there?
I think that if you are really serious about helping people, and if you are really serious about sorting your own issues, and you will find out in the course of this course, pun intended, that there is a lot of things that you may have not realised about yourself that are actually holding you back. Absolutely go for this course, because it is the best that is out there. And I mean, from day one, I think we've been hypnotising one another during the course within literally the first half of the day. When we came for the course. So yes, absolutely, I wholly recommend this course. And Carl is fantastic. I mean, he's genuine, and I don't think I've actually ever had a better lecturer. So thank you very much, Carl, for the experience
that means a lot
and all the learnings.
No,
Thank
it really
you.
means a lot. You know, it's just the way we are. You know, it's about being you and about not being afraid to be who you, and not to be fear of being judged. But you know, I suppose every module we've done, whether it's quit smoking, weight loss, you haven't smoked in 5 months, right?
I've quit smoking, yes. So thanks to hypnosis, I actually once and for all quit smoking. And guys, it does work if you really want to do it.
Committed to it, yeah.
Committed, you are committed to it. It does work, because like I've been sitting between two people who were smoking, blowing literally smoke in my face, and I was like, I can't find the urge in me to actually smoke.
And that's purely us teaching how to do a full session with quit smoke. When you experience it with your fellow trainee, and boom, you haven't smoked since.
Boom, absolutely, yeah, no, it's fantastic.
So I know we're going to be seeing more of you in the future. I hope to be talking to you very closely in the next couple of weeks and seeing what we can do in Offaly together.
Absolutely.
And it's been an absolute pleasure for me. You're a lovely, lovely woman. I mean that.
Pleasure. Thank you so much, Carl.
No, I mean that. And you're happy. Great energy. You make people happy when they're around you. No problem.